is 5:30 in the morning. Good night's sleep. Got to sleep in quite a bit because I did all the walking yesterday. I went to bed around 10. No insanely loud snorers tonight, which was pretty nice. Quiet snorers, which is always appreciative. Feel kind of bad for the person. So basically, it was a bunk bed and then dividing wall, then a bunk bed right on the other side. I knocked over some stuff that was in my bed and might have woken the other person up, so I feel kind of bad about that, but it's what it is. Oh, the dogs. Always the dogs barking. Yeah, so I think it's only going to be an 18 or 19 kilometer day. Actually, it might even be less than that, I think. Yeah, I have a private albergue tonight, just because I got some things to attend to. Yeah, so be a nice peaceful night of sleep. So I should get there pretty quick. Grand scheme of things, hoping to find a place to stop, get a stamp, maybe eat or something. And yeah, we'll see. Tomorrow I should get to Fisterra. It's gonna be a long walk. I think it's about 30 kilometers is what I'll be doing. Then to Muxia. I did get a bus ticket. Decided that I don't want to walk all the way back to Santiago. Gonna try to spend the night there in Santiago again. Then next morning, head out. So yeah, let's get to walking. Alright, it's currently 6:21. Been walking for a while. Had like 2 cars pass me. All I gotta say right now, this is pretty boring in terms of like landscape stuff. It's very much farm country, kind of like the, I think, Muxia. I don't remember the flat part. Yeah, this is boring. It's all like farm country and stuff. Houses are okay looking, or like still pretty to look at, but there really isn't a town out here. It's just kind of small towns. Even if you want to call it town, there's like maybe 8 or 10 houses per place I've passed through. This is probably the third one now, and they're all kind of the same in the sense that not a ton of places, bunch of cattle, smell of manure, and fields. That's kind of it, and that's okay. It's like whatever, but yeah, it's not very scenic. I see why people say it's like, yeah, it's not the prettiest of walks, but you get there. It's like, okay, this is starting to make a little bit more sense now. But yeah, time to get back at it. Alright, so the sun finally has come out. Still not quite sunrise, I don't think yet. Yeah, let me see. It is 7:41 in the morning. So should start coming out a bit more. It's gonna start to get warmer. Still got the headlamp on, probably gotta take it off here in a sec. I'll just take it off now. It's annoying. This is definitely a lot less commercialized than the other French route, which is kind of a nice thing in the sense that, like, oh hey, yeah, this is nice and peaceful. It's not as, what's a good way to put this, in your face, like with all the restaurants, souvenir shops and all that. With that said, it makes things a little bit more difficult in the sense that there's not as many commodities or conveniences. So like things like a bathroom, well, you got nature. That's kind of your only option, because there's a lot of towns that they just don't have any bars or restaurants. And even if they do, better hope that it's not during siesta, or it's not during a time of day that they're closed. part of the issue that I've run into, well, it's been everywhere, is I start really early, so not every place is open. I believe the next town has a bar or something, at least the app says it does, and I plan on going there and trying to get a stamp, maybe something to eat if they have something, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't have a very long walk today, which is nice because I did so much yesterday, but I'm still trying to do the 2 stamp a days rule. I don't have to per se. The only reason I'd have to do that is if I want to see if I'm eligible for another Compostela when I go back to Santiago, but who knows? I don't know. I'm here to walk. So I'll get the Fisterra tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a long day, about 27 to 30 kilometers roughly. I should probably find a place to book tonight. And the day after is Muxia. And then from Muxia, I take the bus back to Santiago early in the morning. And from there, who knows? But that'll conclude my Camino. So, the rest of the days, I'm probably going to just kind of go around Spain, enjoy myself. We'll see if I stay in hostels or hotels. Probably a hotel for a few days just to have my own place, shower, reset everything, sleep a lot more. But it's been a really cool experience so far, and it's almost over, which I think I'm ready to go home, honestly, and go back to life. It's been a nice break from life. I'm really, really happy about this. But yeah, until the next one. So I feel I need to share this so I remember it in the future, kind of for my own record again. So when I went to the patch store, I got Mocha's hands or whatever from that employee, and that's kind of stuck with me quite a bit more. I was pretty emotional after it. I remember I went to dinner and I had to fight back, like crying, because of how emotional I was. I consider myself fairly stoic and very flat affect, but I was very overcome with emotions on that, and it's the sentiment behind what those mean, I guess, or like what is meant behind it. Kind of the story behind it is you're given those hands because while you may walk on the Camino alone, you never truly are alone because of all the friendships and stuff you have along the way on the walk. And that kind of stuck with me a little bit because the first few days I met a group of people, and more or less I wasn't exactly invited to the group, but I walked with them for a day, and they were going to an Airbnb that they had all gotten together. So it's like, hey, you can come with us and see about the couch and stuff. I already gotten an albergue for the night though, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go there. And I think that's why that's sticking with me a little bit, is I could have had that stereotypical, like, oh yeah, I went backpacking in Spain and met all these great lifelong friends and stuff, and we did all these adventures and stuff together. And I could have had that story, but that wasn't the path for me, per se. If I would have done that, I would have made my timeline, would have gotten to Santiago by the time frame that I wanted, and would have continued on with my life with them as a part of that adventure. But that wasn't the path for me. I wanted to keep going. I was doing a lot of mileage a day, a lot of kilometers a day, and I would get up very, very early. I don't think I would have been able to do that with them, and I would not have certainly been able to do this route if I had gotten it with them. And do I regret not going with them? I don't think so. At least my initial thoughts are I don't regret it. But it's that whole sentiment of I'm probably never going to see those people again. But they made a very big impression on me, in that sentiment of got to talk to them, got to get to know them. I don't remember all their names, but Max, Ida, Pia, I think Naomi was one that joined us for a little bit of the group. Apologies to the other people, I can't remember their names. But yeah, for some reason that's kind of stuck with me a little bit. And when I got those hands and kind of read the meaning behind it, it's like, that was pretty emotional for me. Because a lot of this Camino I've walked by myself. It's not to say that I have met people. I've gotten a few people's Instagram along the way, made, I wouldn't call it friendships per se, but met people that have made a lasting impact, and I'll remember and carry with me for a long time. And that's pretty unique. I think about this adventure of what this Camino is, for me at least, of all those different experiences and the uniqueness of the diversity of all the people I've met. It's very humbling to know that all these people exist out there, and how we all ended up here and we're all crossing paths on this adventure for whatever reason we decided to do the Camino. For me, simply put, I wanted to say I have done this and I'm here to walk, so that's what I'm doing. Other people are having their own adventures. Some people are here for more than a walk. They're here for spiritual endeavors. Some people are here to lose weight. Some people come for a short time and return later. Everyone's on their own unique adventure, and that's perfectly fine. Some people listen to music while they walk the Camino. Some people walk in silence. Some people want to be alone. Some people like forming big groups. All of them are doing it, and it feels kind of poetic in a sense, of like the game of life. Everyone's on their own adventure, has their own reasons. We're all doing similar things. So, and that is walking, having the experience. There's a car. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to walking. I just wanted to put that out there, mostly for myself, so I remember, but maybe for others if I decide to share all this. We'll see. I don't know. Let's get back to walking until the next one. Alright, just stopped at a bar, cafe, one of the two, I don't know which. Chocolate croissant and a muffin. It had filling in it, which was kind of a pleasant surprise. I did not realize muffins came with fillings, but it was delicious. Had a latte. Yeah. So I'm pretty close to my stopping point for the day. I think it's just over 5 kilometers, so just over 3 miles. Yeah. It is 9 something. Double check. It is 9:05. So slight issue again is I'm gonna get there super early, and before check-in. Maybe they'll be nice and let me check in early. Who knows? Really depends on the place. I have found of whether or not they let you check in early. Yeah. But it's starting to warm up a little bit. There's a slight breeze making it feel a little bit cooler. But yeah, this is definitely farm country, kind of like where I grew up. There's a bunch of tractors out driving on the streets. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna cross this bridge and stuff, so need to watch out for stuff. So let's go. 1 sec. 37 kilometers to go, 607 meters. That's how far away I am. It says. So yeah, back to it. Alright, it's 9:55 right now. It's a little bit more scenic now. It's not just farmland, it's a little bit more like rolling hill stuff. So this is actually pretty nice to look at and walk through. Got windmills in the background here on that hill. Yeah, not a bad view. Like I said, it's not an issue with farmland per se, it's just I grew up there, so it's like, cool, going for a long walk at home. So, nice to have a little bit of change of pace. Elevation change, not too bad, more rolling hill style than I would say mountainous, which is kind of nice. Two people on their bikes passed me a while ago, and then people going the other way, walking back to Santiago, I believe. Seems to be a common theme. Decided not to walk back just because I'm tired. It's gonna be nice to relax and just enjoy the rest of whatever time I have here. Just gonna go explore because it's gonna cost me quite a bit more than the route I'm on. But you know what? I got some leftover money, so I can hack it. Yeah. It's definitely interesting being alone in your own thoughts. But you know what? So be it. Alright. I think the town that I'm supposed to be at is probably another 4 kilometers away. So a little over 2 miles is my guess. Sign postage back there said 34 kilometers, I believe. So I should be getting close to my ending point for the day. And then, yeah, not too far to go. So this is a nice little extension to the Camino if you do have the time. I've yet to see if I would recommend it quite yet, just because I haven't reached there. But yeah, time to go back to walking. Alright, so just a little update. Since it's been a little bit, it's currently 12:31. They finally let us check in early. So I got here like probably close to 2 hours ago. So they have like a little restaurant type area, like cafe. So I went in there, got in a Aquarius, and drank that, and said, I'm just gonna fall asleep at the table. So a bunch of people have just been in and out, and I just put my head down on the table and slept because I am tired. Still am tired. Finally got into my room though. Showed around, like I said, some private room. So out there at the door to outside. Bed, towels, it's got a TV, stuff I can hang up stuff. So there, bathroom, shower. So yeah, I'm gonna shower, get changed out of all this. Yeah, that's basically it. Pretty nice. Oh, it's nice having your own space after a long day. I don't know, but the like bunk bed style is kind of part of the experience. It's pretty nice. This was €60. So I mean, not bad, all things considered. But yeah, so I'm gonna get ready for all that, change, clean up a bit, go from there. Till the next one. Alright, I just finished eating kind of a late-ish lunch. It is almost 3, I believe. Yeah, it's almost 3. It's 3:46 right now. Had a sausage sandwich, water. Our Italian friend Alberto is caught up. He's staying here tonight. I believe he's in the other side to everyone else. A lot of other pilgrims have come through, whatnot. Met two older ladies from Washington when I was checking in as well. Didn't talk with them too much, but yeah. I'm probably gonna try to take a nap here, use the bathroom and stuff before my meeting, kind of go from there. Till the next one. Alright, so I finished the meeting with the background investigator for potential job employment. It's a really long meeting. But went to dinner. Everyone else was in a different room, so I just kind of sat in the front area on my own, just because I was really late to dinner. Had spaghetti, pretty good. Chicken with rice and chocolate flan. Pretty good overall. 13 euros and a water. Not too bad. Back in my room, as you can see. So, gonna get ready for bed because tomorrow we get to go to Fisterra. I believe it'll be about 27 to 30 kilometers of walking total. So, yeah. It's basically it. There's nothing really else to update. Our Italian friend Alberto, I could hear him talking in the main dining area. Talked to I believe it's Pam and Chris. They're two females. They're a part of like the American Pilgrimage Association or something, or like they're working on doing it to volunteer in albergues. So they were doing that, and they've done several different routes. They've done the Frances, the English, the Portuguese, the Fisterra, Muxia. Apparently, it's not Muxia. Is the town, and yeah, interesting people to talk to. They're from Washington State. Very pleasant people to talk to. They said a lot of the volunteers are mostly retired. So yeah, pretty interesting to talk to. So time for bed. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Had a lot of stuff to do. Yeah. There's no Wi-Fi in my room, or like it doesn't reach the source. I've had to use data, so it's a little unfortunate, but it's what it is. Yeah. Till tomorrow.